Okay, we are live. Hi, everybody. Give it a second to go. I am Mio, and I don't know why I said it like that. I'm Mio. This is Shannon, and we are the Souls and Stardust podcast. This is your Julying 7-second reading. So, let me pull this up. First of all, if you have not been to our website, I fixed an error. I can't talk today. An error on the website where it was not allowing you to access the blog unless you were part of the collective. I disabled something, and now you should be able to go online, read all of the blog posts, check out some of the articles. There's some new instant access videos upload under the readings tab. If you missed this month's July mini reading and you want to order a custom mini reading that's just for you, it's basically like first available reader out of our schedule. And then it's like a 15-20-minute reading that's personalized to you within, I put up to a week, but I usually try to get them out within like a few days.
A couple days. Yep.
As soon as possible. And that's kind of a fun way just to get a little sample, ooh, mystery reading, what's gonna, what it's, so let me put this on Do Not Disturb. The mystery readings, because then it's just well, what does spirit have for me? What do we want to talk about? What needs to come up now? But if you want something more specific, you can order a more specific reading or a birth chart reading. Yep. We have all kinds of stuff. We have events. So you can go to the website /events, and we have virtual and in-person stuff. So that's always exciting. And then lastly, for $18 a month, you can join the collective, which automatically adds you to these YouTube mini readings every month on top of giving you access to any online courses, the readings, discounts on one-on-one live readings with us, discounts on our retreat, all kinds of goodies. So we appreciate you, and we appreciate that our community, our little community, is growing full of people, and we have this doing. And so we're kind of figuring it out as we go and trying to find our rhythm and flow with all of that. And so thank you just so much for your patience with us as we try to navigate through life.
Yeah. Children, single mom and other jobs.
Yeah, all of that. So we are excited. So we are going to start with members of the collective first. Shannon has the list going, so we'll try to timestamp all those. So again, we're going to start with the members of the collective first, and then if you ordered a reading separately, you can go ahead and just leave a comment just so that we know you're here, and we'll try to move you up into next up. That way you can watch while it's live, and then you can rewatch this as much as you want. So anything else you want to add in?
I don't think so. I think we got everything.
Cool. All right. Who do we have first?
We have CS first at a timestamp of 3:35. Okay.
3:35. See if this works for me. I'm going to try to put it in the comments so I can just copy and paste it later.
Yeah, perfect.
We're going to just experiment as we go. CS. I felt drawn immediately to my Clarifying Life deck. So I'll start here.
What's it called? What deck is it?
Clarifying Life. I actually, in my head, as soon as we tapped into CS's energy, I see this perspective, this aerial perspective of being above and being able to get more clarity on where do I want to go next? What's next?
Yeah, I definitely, I'm getting the energy of finishing a cycle. So there's things that have come to completion. So the World card is finishing out, completing something or accomplishing something, or just, you've come full circle on a specific part of your journey. And it also could be travel that you're having, but this is fulfillment of something. You're done with a cycle And then I did also get the 7 of Cups in reverse, and that is feeling overwhelmed by choices, not really knowing what to choose or which direction to go, almost feeling like there's confusion or kind of disillusionment. So you could be in the space of like you're finishing out something, and then as Mio said, like what's next? So it's crazy that she was saying those words and these cards came out like depicting what's seek clarity, what's next, right?
I even said the words like getting clarity on something, right? I
Yeah.
got walking unscathed, and sorry, my hands are so chipped and gross right now. You were fortunate, a trap was laid, but your wisdom kept you from falling into it. And then
Yeah.
you seek clarity card, and at the bottom of the deck was like you're on the right track.
I like that deck. It has reversals, right?
Yes. And the opposite on this, the first walking unscathed, was protected. So maybe something in that transition, like the work environment or bringing something up or whatever, right? Being protected and walking away and not getting the wrath of it, right? And yeah, the other side was crystal of clarity.
I also pulled the moon in reverse, which is about having like fear or apprehension. It's also feeling, I mean, the moon card represents your emotions, right? So you could have all sorts of things happening for you inside of you. In particular, you may feel like a lack of certainty or clarity or just fear around this new stage. This is the energy of just needing to come into yourself and settle your inner landscape so that your intuition can really shine through and give you the clarity that you continuously are asking for. I'm going to see what else comes up.
I got so a cluster of 5 came out. So I don't know if the number 5 is significant for you at all, but the first 2 that came out are actually like wheels, or a Ferris wheel and a bicycle wheel. Sorry, where's my camera? So I thought that's interesting because it's very much about what goes up must come down, and progress and cycles and right. But also the Ferris wheel is like that higher view I was talking about earlier. You get perspective once you finally get to the top of that thing. The bicycle card is about movement, exercise. You can actually be physically moving, but also, the moving forward and things. What the next card came out, it was actually in reverse, but these aren't really in reversals, but it was the jealousy card. And it was the feeling of wanting what someone else has, or seeing like somebody else may be better off than you, or somebody seeing you and not wishing well upon your decisions.
I think that's what's happening.
When it came in reverse, so maybe it's the opposite way, where it's not the outgoing, but the incoming, someone looking at you.
Yep.
Then the dog card came out, which was about devotion and loyalty, a faithful friend. So hopefully that means that was upright, that somebody's either entered your life that's a faithful friend, or that you have a trustworthy person in your life that's like safe for you to open, express, and be around, that will love you unconditionally, unless you're getting a dog. And then the last one that came out is the cake card. So this one talks about like a festivity or being cautious, a slippery situation. Could be something like an actual party happening, or even the term like having your cake and eating it too. Like it's possible to have your cake and eat it too. Because what's the point of having cake if you can't eat it? That's how
I want to eat the cake. I feel like I got the gossip card. So I feel like somebody is watching your journey and isn't particularly supportive of you. I think that's where the jealousy is coming in. And there's, in fact, perhaps some rumors or, people are talking. There could even be like speculation. I really feel like you have to.
What is she doing? Like, why would she do that? Why would she go there? Why, like,
well, I really feel like you need to keep your business to yourself right now and only really talk to people you truly trust. I don't know what's going on in your relationship life, but I did pull the love card, and maybe perhaps this big change that's going on for you is like shifting you more into a state of appreciation, and trust. This could be like self-love, but it could be the love that you have for somebody else. Like you're clearing the way for something better to unfold.
Mm-hmm.
And transformation. Nice. And I did pull the surprise card, which I feel like this has to do with you not really knowing what's going to happen next, or like you're anticipating, but you don't have a lot of certainty about what may unfold in front of you. But just know that some things are going to fall into place very unexpectedly, and it's going to be in a way that's different than you expect or think it needs to happen. And it's going to be way better than you thought for yourself. So just like keep your business to yourself right now, because there are other people who are really questioning what your motivations are, or I mean, like there's some stuff being said about you. Jealousy, definitely jealousy.
I also got a text message right when we started her reading, and it said celebrate freedom.
Yep.
And so
yeah. I'm just going to ask, like, what else? You really focus on gratitude, focus on trusting yourself, focus on trusting the people in your life that have your best interest in mind. Wait, I wonder what's going on if there's, I got the masculine and feminine cards. So I don't know if you're already in partnership, but if you are in partnership, there may be like a resurgence of the masculine feminine dynamic happening, or on the bottom of this deck, it says a ring. So some kind of like commitment or like reaffirming of commitment. And I also did pull the responsibility card. So this is you needing to be very responsible for your steps forward. Like really, I keep hearing that you need to like focus on your priorities and your dream, and don't pay mind to what people around you are saying. There's just negativity around you in terms of like questioning your decision making.
I got the advocate and desire card together. So speaking up for what you want. And in the bottom of the deck says abundance. And we got healing, releasing, purifying, cleansing. We got twin flames. Maybe there is somebody mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. So twin flame, and then you got the divine masculine and feminine. So maybe
and the ring and the love card. There's some. Is this person not partnered?
He passed.
Oh, okay.
So that could also be significant of the ring as well. If there's something, maybe she is deciding what to do with the ring, or maybe some brand new energy, you know, maybe he's coming back through in the form of another person, right? And to come and do unfinished business or something. Like, we're not entirely sure how all of it works out, but yeah. Got the twin flame card.
That's wild.
Sorry, real quick. Bottom of the deck says one day.
Aww.
Someday, somewhere, another time. So maybe you know.
Dang. I did pull a card that is about seeking help, counseling, right? Or getting some advice. You may also feel like you need perspective. And on the bottom of the deck, I got the friends card. So you may be seeking time with friends for counseling or advice or just companionship. I did pull a card that says secrets, and that can be like a positive thing, like where you're just keeping your decisions to yourself right now. This also could be like you're finding out some information that you didn't know about before. And this could also be lending to like what people are saying, like the gossiping that's happening.
So you got secrets, and I got look for the answers where you least expect them.
Mystical. Yeah, interesting.
Cool. Okay. All right. So that was CS.
Okay. And then we have TW, 1440.
And again, if you ordered a reading or are part of the members of the collective, drop a comment so we can move you up in the list if you want to watch the reading live. speak now. We're going T-dub at T. We'll just call it 15.
15:05. Yeah.
Cool. All right, TW. I really like this deck, the clarifying life one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You always have deck envy.
Deck envy is the thing.
Deck envy. That's what it's called, clarifying life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to put that on my list.
Ah, shit.
Hey, this is a family show.
Sorry.
Okay. TW.
That's too many. That's like 20 cards. Oh, I got Cloud of Unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. And then these two, so there was two other piles that came out, and these two were on the top of each of the piles. So I just took those, and look at how colorful it is.
Yeah,
Ignite
that's beautiful. Ignite creation.
And then the hidden keys.
That one's colorful too.
Yep. So it went from gray to color. So I think that's significant. Because I had pulled the gray one, and then the two crazy energies were like, psh, and then those were the two colorful ones.
So that's interesting because I pulled the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, which is about instability,
Success.
Feeling like financial pressure, or feeling some kind of loss, or fleeting success. And then I have the 6 of Swords, which is like the water Uber, moving from choppy waters into calm waters. It could also be a card of travel, but it's transitioning from one state to another where change is happening. You're leaving behind one thing and traveling into the next, moving on, getting rid of emotional baggage, getting rid of maybe physical baggage. And then I pulled the Strength card. So sign of Leo, right? This is everything having to do with like passion, grit, inner strength, focus. It can be compassion to a certain extent. It's like you finding within you what you need in order to move forward through this transition. Because bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, which is all about that creative energy. It's passion energy. It's new beginnings, like in a passionate spark kind of way. It's a new project, new opportunity. It could be a new person. But it's like the potential of pure creative, like beginning. So whatever you're leaving, you're moving into something exciting that's wildly creative for you.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of creation. It says put things together piece by piece. So maybe that's saying like doesn't have to all be.
Yep,
right?
I got a card of new beginning. So you're moving into something new.
Queen of Wands, all that fire energy again. All that, you got to build that confidence and that strength. Hold on. And some things finally settling and sorting themselves out and being laid into like they're like arguments or disagreements, or maybe like, okay, things finally, like, I don't want to say the word, like getting what they deserve.
Yeah, was that the Judgment card?
Judgment with the 5 of Wands in reverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was kind of like how it was feeling to me was like, don't worry, like you need to, like the cloud of unknown, right? We don't know what's going on or what the future holds, but focus on, because I had the Queen of Wands energy. So focus on her creation, her confidence, her fire, her spark, her passion, and
Yeah.
like keep rolling with that, because the more you can just like keep the momentum going.
Oh my gosh, passion with a grilled cheese sandwich.
That's
Passion, like that word keeps coming up, passion, right? So preferences, interests, hobbies. This is you're being asked to really pursue and work hard on those things that you're passionate about.
Yep, that's the Eight of Pentacles.
Yep.
Energy. She's work. Look, and she's on her tablet. She's drawing. She's designing. She's working on her craft. What else?
I'm just gonna see what else comes out. I don't think anything else come out of that deck. Or this one.
All right, let's go to Soul Mission.
Soul
Mission. This is from our Souls and Stardust Soul Mission deck. Ooh, okay. You are here to create balance and harmony wherever you go. Also, Judgment energy.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what she does for work, but like whatever she's transitioning out of and into. So there's like a certain level of anxiety that you're having, or like there are things about the situation that are triggering anxiousness for you. They're just like, your guides are telling you just to move on, just like that Six of Swords, that water Uber, like just move on toward the things that you're really passionate about. And then having humility. This card, I interpret it as just like, keep your head down and move forward. Like just go. Like you don't have to worry, like what Mio had the cards of the Five of Wands and then the Judgment card. You don't have to worry about anybody else's part in this. Like the universe is going to take care of that. You just keep your head down and go toward what you're passionate about. And I don't know if you've been thinking about doing something like whatever you're doing. This card says healer. I know you can't see it very well. It says healer. So whatever it is that you are working on creating, yeah, you're meant to like touch people's lives that way. You're being drawn into that so that you can create like this tool or mechanism or experience that actually helps people become better versions of themselves. And it can look a lot of ways too. So like, don't doubt yourself and your capacity to do that or be that.
I got, in addition, so I like to go in with what you're saying, like your words and presence empower others to take brave steps forward. And then you were saying something about the healer. And then that's when it says you're here to break generational patterns and lead others to healing.
Yeah.
But then bottom of the deck was you're here to turn visions into reality through action and manifestation. So you have power. You have the ability to, all your Gemini energy, you can create.
Oh, she's a Gemini. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I forgot I have these little charms too. Pull a charm for her. All right,
I mean, this is it's a love deck that I'm using. What is that? It was like a little fairy
sitting on the moon.
Yeah.
And then these two were stuck together. So maybe this is significant. It's music and the star.
I pulled a card. This is the love deck that I'm using, but I pulled a card because I was just curious. And it says, only you. You have to be so devoted to you right now. As you're figuring out this way forward, you have to be devoted to you and what you feel like is your passion-driven purpose. And you're really the only one that What's that?
What were the keywords on that one?
Well, it's a love deck, right? So what caught my eye was the only you, like focusing on her, yeah. But the other keywords are devoted, attached, or crave. And then I did pull a card about sorrow. which is like grief, loss, depression, and you may be feeling a bit of grief around leaving something behind in order to make room for the new. It's okay to be sad. Oh gosh. And so, okay, this card says chemistry, but again, the key word is passion. You are, oh no freaking way.
It's like a bunch of them fell, and these are the three that
happen. Yeah, and intuition. Okay. So you're really being called to step into this very spirit-led, intuitive-led version of yourself. You're leaving behind kind of some of that like over analyzing, overly practical thinking, and stepping into what's driving you and your purpose.
I got conflicted. So chemistry, conflicted with decisions, hot and cold, and multiple choices. So I see this as being like overwhelmed with ideas, overwhelmed with like, okay, I got the drive, I got the purpose. I know I have my why. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, right? But then there's also these other areas, and it's just like the other reading too that had like the Ferris wheel, right?
Yep.
Making decisions, but also needing to kind of see things from different perspectives and vantage points so that you can make the best decisions possible. And then the last one was the fantasy card, and it was like daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. And again, it's a love deck, but I see daydreaming as that visualization tool that helps in your manifestation, and you're creating as an artist and as a creator. And then the bottom of the deck is the depth card, and it says awareness, importance, and value. So these are all things you need to know about yourself. And with all the healing energy that was coming through, knowing like how much your words, actions, intentions can inspire and lead other people into feeling confident, and, you know, whatever it is that you're going to do to inspire them on their journey, whether it's, she works with women with photography and lingerie and stuff like that. So it's like empowerment and feeling comfortable in your own skin, and everything from, you know, being able to talk about post-divorce stuff, you know, finding new confidence in being 40, 50, 60, like wherever you're at in life, right? But there were the cards that were coming up about like speaking up and speaking your truth and all of that. So.
Okay. We have MH. 28. Okay.
All right, MH.
MH. Okay, nothing wants to come out of this deck. I might have to use a different one. I mean, okay. I did have one card that came out, and it's the Four of Wands in reverse, which to me, I'm understanding that as like, this is her coming into like inner balance, but externally there's a big transition, right? So it could be like moving homes. It could be like the breakdown of a home and finding something new, which I think is what's happening for her, right? She's going to be moving soon. So it's inner harmony, or needing to come into inner harmony and knowing that there's like a transition that's happening with regard to home. And then on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. And so this is walking away. And emotionally, this is feeling disappointment. It can be withdrawing. It can be escaping, but ultimately it's like leaving something behind and realizing there's more for you somewhere else. So I actually feel like that is resonant for changing like her location of living, right?
You know what's weird? Well, weird. I say weird loosely. 2 out of the 3 cards have the word promise on it.
Oh, interesting.
One of them says fulfill promise, and it says stay committed to your path, for each step forward brings you closer to your destined fulfillment. The other one says real promise, release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. And then the middle card that was with it is true intentions. Stay authentic and aligned, trusting your inner wisdom to guide you towards genuine fulfillment. So you got 2 things about promise and 2 cards about fulfillment, with the bottom of the deck being the harbor of peace. And so again, maybe by the water, physically, spiritually, emotionally, but I see physically, finding serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. And then this is the imagery. So you have a feather on this one. And then she's dancing.
Real promise.
Right? I was like, oh, that's weird. Let's see your soul motion.
Interesting. I had some cards pop out and I put them back in because there were too many. And on one of those cards, I had the word seek. And then another card just popped out with the word seek on it. So definitely going in search of understanding or answers. This is also asking for guidance. So talking to your guidance team, your guides, like, are you meditating on your bigger questions? I know she journals a lot. Oh, dream, desire. I can't remember if she's moving near the ocean or not. So dream, desire, fantasy, omen. So making sure that you are, what you were just saying this, like keeping focused on your, like, I can't remember how you termed it, but like making, like following through, making sure you keep following toward
Your alignment.
Part of the promise.
Oh, on the promise card. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are here to create balance and harmony wherever you go.
Oh my God. Look.
You got the promise card? Oh, girl.
I got a card with promise on it.
So what kind of promises were you either making to yourself or that the universe has been reassuring you? And the universe is like, I will keep my promise with you. We have this agreement, like either way, right?
It says oath, contract, emotional bond. And so that's 3 cards with the word promise on it. I did not mean to interrupt you, but that was.
No, that was important. You're here to teach others about love without conditions or expectations. And your mission involves bringing people together and creating unity. Bottom of the deck, your words and presence empower others to take brave steps forward. I got the beauty card, but it's also the butterfly with transformation, right?
Mm-hmm. I pulled the chaos card with flexible. So I actually feel like, because this is going to be a period of instability for her as she's making this transition. Plus, this is like Gemini energy to the T, right? Like, not that everybody is chaotic, but I feel like Gemini energy can kind of like swirl a bit. So needing to be flexible and shifting with grace. So just remember, like, as you're getting ready to make this, like, keep the promises to yourself that you've made, be flexible. I also have seen this exam card twice now, which is, I feel like you're being tested by the universe. Not that the universe conspires to like make us miserable that way, but we are typically presented with the situations that will challenge us in order for us to finally learn our lessons or grow. So you need to be in seeming chaos. You need to be flexible.
Time.
Yep.
It says waiting, cycles, moments. Wait, peace with balance and harmony on it. There's a lot of balance and harmony coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Beginnings.
And like there's roses on several of those cards. Yeah.
A lot of flowers.
A lot of flowers.
Actually, 4 out of 5 of them have flowers.
That's
and this deck isn't all like that.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I want to pull one from this one. I think she
I
ordered.
I was just thinking about
That's cute.
what I was gonna grab. Oh. I pulled a card on your shadow self. So I think you've been doing a lot of this work, this shadow work, digging into your own limiting beliefs and patterns. I actually feel like it's bringing you closer to you, obviously, but like this is where you're headed. More flowers and happiness.
More flowers, more blooming, rooting, growing, propagation.
I just really feel like you're headed into a situation that's going to feel so good to you, so comfortable eventually.
Everything is okay.
Yeah, and you may actually meet your love there. So I
was looking at my soulmates deck when you pulled that. So I'm gonna pull one from there.
I think that's coming for sure. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I saw my soulmates deck right when you were pulling that card, so I'm gonna pull one. Yep. Spend time feeding our bond with love and care. So you can nurture your connection with your future soulmate even by working on yourself. That's continually feeding your bond for whoever's coming in. It's like preparing in advance. And with this person, you're going to feel safe, seen, and cherished. Safe haven.
Aww.
In the bottom of the deck, everything is unfolding in perfect timing for us. Divine timing.
Love that. Okay, we have MT next.
Which one? MT?
MT.
We'll call it 39.
Okay, MT.
Energy for MT. Even just splitting the deck, I got Heart's Desire. And I got Grove of Unity.
Ooh.
And I can hear someone's electric car right now, and it sounds like the angels singing, because you know how some of the electric cars are like, oh. I hear it outside.
I live in hillbilly country, so.
No, I live 7 feet from my next door neighbor, so I can reach out and like if I was really long, like I could reach their house. I can look into if they had their window open, we could be making eye contact right now.
That's weird.
So maybe that's the energy for MT for the house they are looking for. Make sure you have some space that you're not like staring into your neighbor's window. I got take precautions, remain vigilant and receptive, learning from each revelation as you navigate life's journey, give up control.
Yeah.
Relationship, vortex of creativity, spiral into your creative vortex. Bottom of the deck, cavern of secrets, unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of enigmatic secrets and concealed wisdom.
I mean, I pulled the devil, so that's like digging into the shadow self right there. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's a card of feeling, well, like normally in the upright, she's really nurturing. She's very stable, very practical. This can be like tipping the scales toward like self-absorption maybe, or not taking enough care of yourself. It can be jealousy. It can be a bit of like impatience around certain things manifesting, in particular like wealth or stability. So this is work-home conflict. So there's some things that are rubbing you the wrong way, basically, with regard to your like foundation, your home life, your finances, your stability. Like you really want things to get going. And then, of course, I feel like we've talked about this before, feeling really tied and bound to something, or like tied to an outcome. It needs to look a certain way. But this is also like the energy of really like codependent, can be like really stuck in materialism and focusing so much on that versus like the bigger picture. And really, this is a card of feeling just kind of like constricted or trapped in something and tied to it. So examining like, how might you be stuck by limiting beliefs? How may you be in a situation where it's like super confining and you don't have a lot of options? What can be done there? And then I did pull also the Queen of Cups, so you have two queens here. So you're kind of like going back and forth between this very nurturing energy full of compassion, comfort, healing, emotionally stable, and feeling not on a solid foundation, feeling like you're not taking care of yourself, or making certain decisions that deplete you.
So I got something within the marriage and the relationship, right? Because I got the commitment card, promises, fidelity, stuff like that. It came out with the abandoned card. So either feeling left out, someone turning cold, or someone being cold, or someone walking away, or like, not listening, not fully understanding, right? Or holding something back from you, or you holding back from them, how you're feeling, or something that you're truly thinking about, because it's like, it's the fog, right? I got the give up control, the taking precautions. Bottom of the deck on this one, though, and this is something that we do readings for her all the time about family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. And so it's like, again, we keep getting messages, focus on your creativity, focus on your business, focus on creation energy. We always tell you give up control. over and over and over again, right?
Aries, I can't remember. Yeah. The Be Flexible card is staring me in the face too. And this can be hard to hear, right? Like when you've been waiting for something to manifest, it can be hard to hear a similar message of like,
it definitely feels like there's some movement and change, and things are happening, and it's like I see like a big giant metal wheel, and it's like finally starting to like move, and it's like
takes a little bit to get going.
Okay, it was just a little rusty there, but we got some movement. 4, 4, 4, 4. So let's.
Wow, interesting.
Ooh, I got strength card.
I got also. Oh, that's okay.
Did you pull that earlier or no?
No,
And
for somebody else I did.
patient, right?
So those are 2 fire sign cards. That's interesting. That's Leo and Sag. Yep.
But being confident, but also be patient. Shit takes time to temper and to balance each other out, 2 o'clock, bottom of the deck.
Nice. So that's contracts, that's relationships, that's agreements. I got the Seek card again. So this is looking for advice. It's also hoping for miracles, right? I also got the follow instructions, wish upon a star, maybe. Ooh. Also integration and faith. You right now, like what I'm hearing is you just got to keep chopping wood and carrying water. Like that's what you need to be doing right now. And then also I pulled a card called Fire. So this is like ceremony. It's celebration. It's anything having to do with like, I think of fire as like passion and igniting sparks. So keeping your manifestations alive, being very flexible in what they can look like, but also just like following instructions. What needs to be taken care of right now? Like what needs to happen on a day-to-day basis until the dream materializes. And
I hear like it is materializing. It is like it's happening. It's happening. Oh, this came out. Keep your heart open. Oh my God. What's next? Release control. Release control. I told you. Every freaking reading.
She's gonna roll her eyes at us.
She loves it. You are loved. She loves it.
I think maybe, I don't know if you're getting caught in a cycle of jealousy where you're seeing what's happening for other people, or
even the opposite.
Yeah. And it could be the opposite. It feels like to me, that's crazy. Right? Because this is still on the bottom of the deck. Be flexible. Be flexible. Fell out. So bend, but not break. Shift with grace. I feel like there might be like a little bit of energy of like, oh, I want this. Why does everybody else get what they want? Like, I want this. Like, don't I do enough? Not that you're throwing a fit or anything, but it could be like an inner dialogue that's happening that's actually pushing against your manifestation for you. Any kind of like competitiveness or even possessiveness or like a paranoia that, okay, this is not going to happen. What if it doesn't happen? So just check your mind and your heart to make sure you're not working against your manifestation.
Good point. Like you can't say you want something and then your belief system, it goes the opposite of that.
Yeah, you like negate the manifestation.
Like the family tree charm.
Yeah. Or putting down roots.
Putting down roots. Let's see what else. And a star. Healing.
Yeah.
Make a wish on
a star.
And be specific what you want, girl. All right.
I can't remember K's last initial.
A.
K-A.
And don't forget, if you're a member of the collective or you purchased a reading, drop a comment so that we can move you up if we haven't read for you already. If you're still on the list, because we can read for you live while you're here.
So KA is 49.
All right. Cool. We got BB. So we could do BB next. Hi, BB.
Oh, hey.
I'm sorry. It doesn't show us who's watching. That's why I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, otherwise.
There's 4 people watching.
Hooray.
Yeah.
I just don't know who those 4 people are. I sent the link. I try to send the link out or post it, but and then you never know. We get some weirdos that pop in here sometimes that are like bots.
Weirdos. Maybe it's your twin flame.
Mine?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so we got KA. KA's energy. I got desert of isolation. Traverse the desolate spaces of solitude to uncover reflections and resilient survival. I've never seen this one before. Embrace solitude is the reversal, but. And then wish granted. There's something about travel because this one is talking about traversing the desolate spaces. And then this one literally has somebody wish granted, but I see him like
traveling
with the suitcase.
I pulled the Empress, which is the energy of abundance and nurturing, fertility, the divine feminine, growth, evolution. She's the queen bee.
Something else I noticed in these 2 images are both people have their back to me on these. So they're looking out and their back is turned your back. All right. So I don't know if that's significant. Someone turning their back or you needing to turn your back and do the desert of isolation.
I mean, she may need to withdraw from someone because I just got temperance in reverse, which is an imbalance or something to an excess. And just as you were saying, turn your back, like their back's turned. It's almost like maybe you've had too much of something or someone in your life that's causing you to feel drained. This is a time like this could actually be like an overindulgence in whatever too. Like you've just had some things to the excess and it's time for healing and realignment. The Empress could be about needing self-love, right? Needing self-care and nurturing. You also may be feeling a bit impatient about something or not taking things in moderation. There's too much of one thing, not enough of another. So maybe too much work, not enough rest, or too much fun, not enough work. Like there's something happening, too many people, not enough alone time, or you're giving too much and not receiving anything in return. There's some imbalance happening. But with that Empress card, it leads me to believe like you have to come back to nurturing. She's in the upright though. Like that feels like your regular energy of just like arriving in the world as the Empress, that energy, that like very motherly kind of energy.
And you got Empress, I got Dreamweaver, but what I'm noticing is like the imagery, right?
Yeah. Very regal.
I mean, it's about bringing your vision into reality. And what does the Empress do, right? She's creator. She makes things happen. I also got the winds of fortune, and it says, allow the winds of fortune to guide your sails, maneuvering through life's opportunities and challenges with adaptability.
I think there's something happening
There's change for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's something happening that's your energy feels pretty scattered or depleted. You may even be frustrated and angry about some things. That also goes with temperance, right? There's like there's an excess of something. And as a result, you've had enough, right? The Knight of Wands in reverse. This could also be somebody in your life who is just fucking around, right? like just giving you problems and that's draining you. And it could be anyone, but like it's happening at a rate where you feel like it's not worth your time or energy, or they're taking your time and energy and not giving you anything in return, or they're not serious about what they're bringing you. And that's very frustrating for you. You said there's a lot of change going on for her?
No, on the cards.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was saying the desert of solitude, but then like the winds of fortune coming to like take her, move her from point A to point B. I got the karma card where it says consequences, cause and effect. Debts, memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. So stuff could be coming up that might be causing you to like either pull back, withdraw, retreat, question, do I even want to engage in this, right? Says breaking point though.
Yeah. And I just pulled the Four of Wands, which is like the home card, right? It's celebration, joy, harmony in the home. I feel like that's what you want. Like you want that stability. It's also a homecoming, right? Or building community. We got the King of Swords as well, which that's somebody who can have harsh words, but they're very in the upright. That's very like head over heart, very practical, very grounded, very disciplined, truthful, honest. But most of all, it's like clarity, right? Mental clarity and authority. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is feeling like this is questioning your worth. You're having a problem with your self-worth, needing to heal. This is also feeling like you're putting so much in and you're not reaping any benefit. And it's like false success, right? So people see you working really hard
for like little reward, right? You're like,
yes, yep. So there's like some leaking energy somewhere there, but it's also tied to like what you view your worth is to other people, and then in turn how they value you and treat you. I think you got some people in your life that are not necessarily super healthy for you right now, and it's showing you where you need to care for yourself. And I might just pull from this deck for that reason.
Let me see what else I got. This one. Receptive and clear, clarity of thought, know thyself, great communication. Clarity. So this one we got the first one too in the first reading. So that Ferris wheel, what was that must come down. So about gaining perspective, getting a higher view so that you don't continue to repeat same cycles with somebody or something. But that also brings you to the clarity of thought, and you're going to get all the clarity where you're like, all right, cool. I can see from above. I can see where the parking lot is now. I can see, because you know, when you're like in the park, you're like, oh my God, I feel like I'm walking forever. I keep getting lost. I can't find the bathroom. I don't know where the exit is. And this is like, okay, but when you're at the top, you can see it all.
I just got a card with a Ferris wheel on it too.
Seriously?
Yes, the conflicted card. So this is like not knowing, you're getting information from lots of places. Like you have some decisions to make. You're feeling like you're either being treated with cold behavior, or you're like 1 minute you're certain, the next minute you're not. You just may have multiple choices that you have to make, or you have to make a choice among multiple options. And again, like back to what I was saying before, I feel like your energy is scattered, right?
Pulled this whole deck again.
Okay. Yeah.
And like it was a whole stack that fell. So
yeah, you're feeling like your energy is scattered and depleted, honestly, and you have to make some choices about what to do about that. I feel like you've been kind of sinking into this place of like, I don't know why this keeps happening, but really you're learning about how you preserve your own energy. Like you're being shown. And I did pull a card that says withdrawn, right? And that's, I just feel like you may feel a little bit lonely right now in terms of, I do all these things for other people. Why don't they see me and what I need, right? And so there's this like isolation that feels like it's happening for you. And that may just be like an internal thing where you just don't feel seen and heard, or you feel maybe even taken advantage of, as what I just heard. Yeah.
passion. And while you were talking too, I was actually like feeling a lot of it. Like, when's the last time someone even asked me how I was doing?
Yeah, I have that too. It's like, wow, I care
When-
for all these people, but no one's caring for me.
in the same way that I show up for them.
Or they ask me how I'm doing, but do they really care, right? Like, are they asking to be polite, or is it because they really want to know? Oh my gosh.
Oh, by the way, how are you?
Basically, bottom of the deck, exhaustion. Depleted, drained, long journey.
Yep.
So self-care is needed.
All right, KA. That was KA. Down the list.
We have CD.
No, we gotta do BB.
Oh yeah, yes, she's still there. Yep. I'm
just gonna assume yes. Oh, she's here. Cool. Thank you for your patience. And welcome to the collective. We are glad you are a member. You got the email I sent you last night that had a bunch of links and stuff to save for accessing any of the online courses or any of the instant access readings. Part of your membership. Anybody else tuning in? You can go to our website. I put the link in the comment section. Someone was asking about getting readings, so I just dropped these ones we do once a month. These little YouTube mini readings, and then you can always order a custom video reading for yourself at any time. So I dropped that in. I really wish we could see who is on so I could say hello, but I'm sorry. All right. Oh, okay, BB. Hold on. We got a big one.
You got a big one. Did you hear that? You got a big one.
We love that, BB. Scales of balance, seeking equilibrium in love and career and harmonizing.
Oh, she's going to love that message.
With both heart and mind. Oh, I got super hot all of a sudden.
Oh my gosh.
Are we having a collective hot flash?
It's me. It's perimenopause. My bad.
The last person too. Yeah, that's your first card, Scales of Balance. And then I got Winds of Fortune for you as well. So you got allowing the winds of fortune to guide your sails.
I have to reshuffle because that was everything came falling out. But I'm going to grab a different deck. Okay, so Ace of Swords, but in the reverse, I just saw. So you've been in your head a bit.
Answers
problem solve some things.
Yep.
Yeah,
problem solving answers. Says true intention, stay authentic and aligned, trusting your inner wisdom to guide you towards genuine fulfillment. So you got a couple things about the heart's desire. Because this one says heart and mind, and then this one was like heart's desire.
Yeah.
Me in your head? Yes, you.
Yes, you.
Absolutely you in your head. Absolutely. We love you though. Because we are professional overthinkers over here. In case you wanted to know why we know how people are in their head so much. Because we have overthought it in every language 10 times.
Okay. I am getting cards of wands, right? So that's like passion, action, movement. I got the 10 of wands and the 2 of wands. So basically you are, okay, cool. And an ace of wands. So there's lots of movement. You're basically like shouldering a burden. You're working hard. This is a card of like doing what you need to do to finish out a cycle. So you're carrying you're carrying that weight because you have to in order to finish out the cycle. I just want to look at my book really quickly because I know this deck can sometimes have some interesting meanings. So this could be potentially you're taking on too much. It's also an opportunity to free yourself from a heavy burden. So you may have obligations, but look at where you can let go of things that you don't need to take care of. Like I know you like to do things a certain way, and you know that if you don't do them, that you're going to have a problem with how they get done, maybe, or that they won't get done. You're also very, very close, right, to a successful outcome. Like you're so close to finishing a cycle. And now the Two of Wands is like daydreaming about how the next chapter is going to go. So making plans for what you're going to do with this new income that you have, right? Making plans for what you want to roll out in the future with regard to any kind of healing work you're going to be doing, right? Or how you're going to structure family time with, grandchildren there now. Regardless, the Ace of Wands, that's like pure creative energy. This is new opportunities. Doesn't mean you have to act on it right now. It just means like you get to think about how you want the next year of your life to go and all the really wonderful things that you would like to have in place. So this is about daydreaming because this is a slow moving presentation of stability that's coming. So you're slowly working toward that solid foundation that Knight of Pentacles is bringing you, like solid offers, but it's going to take a little time for that to show up. Also, you have to just get out of your head, girl. Get out of your head.
I got the Soul Mission deck. You're here to teach others about love without conditions or expectations. You're here to share divine messages with the world. Divine messenger. Your voice is needed to bring fairness and equality to the world, which is interesting because you got that scales of justice thing at the very beginning. So your words being the thing to balance and counteract something. And then the last one is your nurturing spirit brings comfort to those in need. Nurture and care. Oh, bottom of the deck, which I think is very interesting considering part of your mission is to help others navigate change and transformation. Embrace change.
I mean, it's like you're going to be teaching through experience, right? I'm just going to see what else comes up.
Stethoscope. Heart, mind, body. You keep getting the heart and the mind, heart and the mind, heart and the mind balance. Health, checkup, healthy choices. I think it's funny also you get the change in diet and exercise, but it's like, this is what you do. This is what you do. And then the bottom of the deck, the other one was about helping others through their transformation, right?
Yeah.
Spiritually, physically, all of that.
I got generous, which again is a reference to give with an open heart. So open heart, offer without expectation, also unconditional love. I actually have this feeling of like, instead of thinking about what's going to be happening in the future, like settle into what is right now. Settle into like all the good things that are happening right now, the terrificness, the fantastic result of having a new job, having your daughter there. What's the greatness that's happening in the moment? Like why project out into the future right now? Just like be where you are right now.
I got boundaries. No. Drawing the line and enough.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Can't wait to hear from you. That boundary thing may be due to or like resonant for a specific person in her life.
And also, when I was reading that, thought no is a complete sentence.
Yeah. I pulled the cooperation card. So we're everybody working together to make something happen. Acceptance, listening, teamwork. So like, again, this person is just sitting there and watching the sunrise or sunset, whatever it is. And it's stillness, right? It's just be right now. Just be. You don't have to worry about like, take care of what needs to be taken care of, but like just be in the moment right now.
But the imagery, you pulled up the sunrise or sunset, the distance card came out.
Yeah. Similar imagery.
I'm getting a theme of boundaries, distance, like restructuring something with somebody. I wonder if I'm getting like, if we're like two different situations for people.
There's a family situation where boundaries is necessary. I'm thinking we may like affirm that. Although I don't know what the update is on that.
Broken. So boundaries, distance broken. So something needing to be fixed after being broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. And then bottom of the deck is the withdrawn and lonely solitary card. So
gosh. And it was 1-11-11 on the live.
I just 1-1-1-1-1. Yeah.
Yep.
So. Okay. Did you get her start time?
Overthinking. I did not. That was the one I did not write down. I apologize for that. Shoot. It was probably right around 1.
Around 1 hour.
1 hour.
I can always go back and read that.
Okay, good.
Sure. I know, but for me, I like to have, just in case you ever want to go back and rewatch it and know where your spot is.
Yeah, so just watch where you're overthinking. Of course. Haha. Like, why would that come up?
Over and over and over again. All right. Anybody else watching that is a part of the collective that has not got their read? I think we still have CD and MW.
MW.
CD or MW. If either of you are here, let me know. And if you ordered a reading, also let me know because we'll put you next.
Should we do CD?
Yep. CD. CD.
No. My dog just went in to go eat the cat food. She got caught. Red-handed. Red-hot. She's a good girl.
Al is watching too.
What's that? Oh, AL is watching too.
Oh,
okay. AL is BB's daughter.
Oh, okay. Oh, hi, BB's daughter.
So we can do AL after we do CD.
Oh, there was 2 sep. Okay. I don't think I made a banner for AL. So.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No, that's why I was. Oh, no, I did. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we went through we went through the list.
Yeah, that was so
okay.
long.
CD. Okay, I pulled the 8 of Pentacles. This is the card of hard work, just plugging away, working on your craft, getting stuff done, taking care of business, which is all stuff that I think that she's working on right now. But I also put the Empress in reverse, which is feeling a lack of confidence, feeling a lack of trust in self, not probably nurturing yourself the way you need to right now in the midst of getting ready for a big transition. And I also pulled the 5 of Wands, which is a card of like competition or feeling like you're up against something. It can be a little bit of conflict, but it's like typically the card of like healthy competition. You may be feeling like you have to work extra hard against something, or maybe something's come up in your work where you're like, when, like I wasn't intending to contend with that. So you may be feeling like you're a little bit on your toes right now with some things in your life where you're feeling like you have to up your game in order to keep going. Let's see what else.
I got an interesting spread. And it's very positive. Slow climb, plan wisely, ocean of possibilities, right track.
It's 3:33 here.
On 7.
It is the T.
And the very bottom of the deck is emerging dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. So a slow climb, planning wisely, an ocean of possibilities, you're on the right track, and that everything's emerging. I pulled some moon cards with it too, just to like go with each. And I got go for it, step up and lead, attune to the divine, be real, and step into your power. So there's a lot of go for it energy that I'm seeing. But I mean, it is going to be one step at a time.
Yep.
And the chess pieces, right? So it's being strategic about it, but there's so much in the realm of possibility for you, whatever is up ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen her in a little bit, so I haven't gotten the update, but there's big transition happening.
We love a good big transition. Ooh.
Always with the gratitude. So focus on the things that are going well. And then cherishing what has been. And then the bell card, which I don't think I've ever pulled this before. This is a card of like a call, like a wake up, a signal. Like, I think you hear the bell ringing. Like, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to make your move.
Little charms, and I got the feather. So if you're like looking for your signs and synchronicities, if the feather's significant for you, or because she got the bell, like look for the feathers as signs of your signal, of your calling, of like, oh, like today I found a feather on the dog.
Nice.
Like, cool. And then I don't know if this is significant too, but a little blue flower.
I thought when you pulled the feather out, it looked like a mustache.
It could. I mustache you a question.
Mustache you. Look, that's like the perfect mustache. I also pulled the card speeding. So you are steadily like surging into this flow. Don't resist it. Like, allow it to happen. And you're going to have to give me an update on where you're at in this process, because I feel like some things have shifted since we last talked, but in a good way. I'd like to know more.
Please spill the tea.
Oh yeah, hoping. So you're still like focused on your end goal, or the end goal for this like stage. Manifesting. She's always working on manifesting.
Okay. I pulled from the love deck, and so it's interesting. All 3 cards came out, and the person is a silhouette. That's the first thing I notice, imagery-wise. They're all shadowed and silhouetted people. And I got karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts. And then when you were, I forgot what card you pulled, but I pulled the longing card while you pulled it.
Hoping. I had hoping.
And perspective. Better off, clearing headspace, hoping and longing. And there is somebody, or you're missing somebody, or somebody missing you.
Yeah.
But it's interesting though that these three are all maybe working on your shadow self, or they're working on their shadow side, or they're not revealed who these people are yet. You know, like an unlocked player in a video game where it's just a little shadow. You don't know who your character is yet.
I feel like there's a little bit of confusion about your next steps. And I think maybe that just has to do with a little bit of resistance to big change, or maybe even confusion about what choice to make. Maybe you have like a couple of options that you're considering with regard to relocation. But girl, like I'm telling you, part of this move has to do with like who you're going to be with. You're going to be closer to one part of your family, but like there's someone there that's waiting to meet you, and it's going to create family for you, commitment, and it feels like you're one of your soul people. So, I mean, it says soulmate. I think you're going to be meeting somebody wherever you're relocating to. And that is being close to your daughter.
I love that. Do you know when we started hers? Was it? I remember you saying it was 1-1-1-1. Is that about when we started hers?
Yes. Yep. Or a little bit after. Yeah.
Ish.
Okay. AL. Or are we not moving on yet?
All right, tell me the time stamp for AL.
1:21:30.
All right.
Oh my God.
Welcome, AL. I think this is our first time reading.
Yep.
See what we get.
My dog is over there sneezing and rolling around on the floor.
I am drawn to this little charm over here in this little bowl, and it's the one that it has a heart, and then it has the infinity symbol going through it. So I wonder if there's some sort of, let's see what's coming through with you. We will get clarity.
Okay. So I have the 5 of Cups. That is regret. That's loss. It's feeling grief and despair, maybe even a little bit despondent. This is a card of grief and loss. So moving through a period where things have changed and like you're holding loss. Problem is you've got 2 cups that still have emotion in them, and the other 3 are focused on the 3 that have spilled over. So this is being very focused on what you don't have and not paying attention to what you still do have, right? I also pulled the 3 of Wands in reverse. This is like the what the fuck do I do now card. Because in the upright, it's about planning. It's about headed towards your future, looking to your horizon. It's about being very calculated in your next steps. When the 3 of Wands is in the reverse, it's not having a plan. It's a lack of planning. It could be because you have had things change so quickly that no longer the plan applies and you have to reorient yourself. Bottom of my deck is the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is the card of absolutely needing to love yourself, to repair, to heal. This is deep healing. It's the agape card. Like in the upright, it's all about pouring into self. It's self-love. It's healing. It's it's also beautiful love from the universe. When it's in the reverse, this is about being so depleted of love for self that you need to come home to yourself. So that's some big shit.
So, question, and you may or may not know, but I'm wondering if there is or was a recent breakup or some sort of major event that was a catalyst to kickstart this transition, because I got bottom of the deck hurtful events that spun into metamorphosis mirage. So as we're talking about changing and you know what I mean, like this being mirrors to you as to what it's going to bring out and change. I got go your own way.
You can go your own way. Go your own way.
Pride of transition came with that. So that's why I was like, I wonder if this started, right? Because it's like someone on freaking fire. And then even the imagery and the tides of transition is a couple in the water.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to say yes, 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 yes.
Okay. And then
as far as I know, as far as what I've been privy to, yes.
Okay. Because then I got something about silence, withdrawn, no words, or stonewalling, single, lonely, and then there was some sort of non-committal energy coming through. So
I think there's the major King of Wands in reverse energy at play here.
That fire.
So I also pulled the guard card. So standing guard, someone guarding you, defending, protecting. This is a guarantee for protection. So you're definitely in this space of needing to honor your safety, that of your child or children, being on guard, having people around to protect you. Also, you're going to have to dig deep. This is a time of great courage for you, especially amidst transformation. It's bravery. It's also looking toward the horizon for new adventure. What came out?
It wasn't what came out, it's how it split up. So that could be energetic as well, because it was like one flew out here and then two separate piles went their own way. Own way.
You can go your own way.
Let's see what's
there is definitely this is a legitimate threat. Okay.
And that time apart offers fresh insight. See this situation through new eyes.
Yep. So there's I love snakes. I don't know why they're always portrayed as like, I don't know, symbols of like destruction, but there's definitely the energy of, I mean, I don't think you're in any kind of physical danger, but I do feel like you have to protect yourself in this situation. Like you absolutely have to protect yourself.
You can't fall back into, like you can't keep believing the same shit over and over again. I got redirect your energy into your own journey and passions. We keep getting go your own way, go your own way. This is like you have to do your own journey, your path.
And I'm getting very specific, like references to legal stuff. And so the card comply came out, but I'm like seeing all of the legal parameters that you have to work within, including and not limited to like maybe a restraining order. There's just gonna see what else about
coming to light or getting more information needed, but facts come to light is what came to my attention first. And then I got hammer, which is building relationships, friendships, but I also think like how things are forged with fire and how things have to be on fire for metal for it to bend and to be flexible and so that it can be remolded into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom of the deck is the owl card, which is about wisdom, discernment, and seeing the truth.
Intuition, see the truth. I pulled the card, give up the previous plan. It's kind of hard to read this card, but releasing old patterns, embracing change, clearing the way for renewal. I do feel like you have to prepare for the unexpected. Gather as much information as you can so that you're not taken by surprise, although I feel like you will be surprised at how all of this unfolds, but surprised in a good way. I do have specific, like I'm getting the specific nudge to tell you that you have to document everything. This says letter, text message, invitation, note. I document everything. Get as much of it in writing as possible. All communications in writing if you can, so that you can document it. I also pulled the show card, which is like, this feels like, okay, several things. It's almost like I want to like go make popcorn and watch and eat, right?
Mhm.
So like there's things on display and we're all kind of like, what's going to happen next? It's that kind of energy. And that could be part of the surprise card. But this is also you allowing yourself to expand into who you are, say what you need to say, and follow the path that is most aligned for you and your little family, because you couldn't do that before. Like there was suppression. So this is your opportunity to break free from that. I hope that's resonating with her.
Let me pull a little charm for her. All right, we got a few of them. Oh, it's a scale of justice.
Yes.
I think this is a mirror. It's like hard to see. A bicycle, so I see that as like balancing, right? Progress, movement. And then a cat.
Kitty cat.
All right, so that was AL.
Yeah, and I do have the Page of Swords in reversed here. And when that page is in the reverse, that usually means someone is like trying to gather information on you or is watching you in some way. It could be like closed off thinking or creativity, like feeling like a lack of clarity. But I feel in your case, it could be somebody trying to strategize or gain information about you. So just make sure you're only telling details of your situation to people you absolutely trust, and document everything. Document every conversation and exchange. Like make sure it's done in writing.
I'm hearing not everybody needs to know everything. And not everything is in everyone's business.
Yes, exactly that. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Okay, so we have MW for the last of our collective people. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. MW at 133. 133. MW, we have never read for her before.
Brand new to the collective. Welcome.
Yeah.
Very excited to have you. And you should have gotten an email when you signed up with all your links. And if you did not, just send me a message. I will.
This is wild reading for somebody that we like haven't read for before. We haven't read for Abigail or AL before. But like, I know, dang, me and my Libra brain. But it's so wild to read for people.
Wow, it's secrets. You're so bad.
I'm bad.
You're so bad at being sneaky, Shannon.
Not my fabric.
All right, MW's energy.
I mean, I had the Two of Pentacles and the Lovers come out like next to each other immediately. So Two of Pentacles, twos are about balance, right? Finding balance. This is like juggling in your life. You're trying to find balance probably between work and home, or a relationship and work, or whatever. you're making choices about what's in balance and what isn't. It's in the upright though, so that's good. You're just working on that infinity symbol of harmony. But holy buckets, like this energy, you know, this is the card of Gemini. This is contracts, it's agreements, it's also love relationships, it could be soulmate energy. It's also about making decisions. This card is the ultimate major arcana card for decision making. So you could be at a space in your life, MW, where you are forced or you're faced with some significant decisions and you're really trying to figure out what's in your best interest. You also could be making a choice about a potential long-term partner. Perhaps somebody actually offered you some kind of long-term commitment and you're sitting there thinking like, what do I do with this? So that's interesting. Want to dig into that a little bit more?
I had one card that I pulled that flew out first, which was the same one that AL got in her first position, which was the Metamorphosis Mirage. And that one is embracing the tender transition between past and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. And then I got two cards that have the word clarity, act with clarity and crystal clarity. And so those are about same thing, illuminating your path and focusing your intentions specifically on what you want.
Decision making.
Then it's the mountain of mastery that comes after the first, the metamorphosis, then acting in clarity, and then the mastery is coming in, the growth potential, flying high, and it's like every piece is coming into place.
It's interesting. I pulled the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is actually coming out of that intense, like in my head paranoia, lots of overthinking happening. This is actually the point where you're starting to come to terms with all the things you've been overthinking. I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. It's deeply anchored fears. So the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh. You're struggling to, even though she pulled cards on clarity, like that's what you want. You're somewhere deep inside, you're worried that you're going to make the wrong decision. And you're not sure what your way forward should be. You know how you want to feel, but you're worried about making the wrong decision. This is actually like an opportunity for you to address what the deepest fears are with regard to your way forward, because you got the 10 of Cups. Like whatever you're deciding, either you want this 10 of Cups and you're worried you're not going to have it, or whatever you decide, you're still going to end up at the 10 of Cups. Like you get to make the choice of how much you're going to worry about this versus how you're going to allow your heart to lead. I feel like you're kind of at a standstill because the Chariot is in reverse on the bottom of the deck. And this is the card where you're like, I don't know which direction to go. And it's kind of out of control. I don't have a focus toward the future. I've got too much that I'm trying to decide between. So whether this is work, family, or a love, like it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but you are in a place of needing to make a big decision and you're worried about where that decision is going to take you, regardless of the decision you do make. Chances are you're not sleeping well because of it.
Sorry, I'm trying to connect these. So I got Spoon, which is about party celebrations, feeding your body well, health and abundance, feeding your soul. And then I got the Bees card, which anytime I see the bees, I always think of like your community and your network of people, like your community that's helping each other grow, because we all need, like the flowers are important, the dirt's important, the water, the bees, the pollen, like everybody has its role. And that's what is going to sustain life and provide opportunities to grow. And then I got the kite and it says situation blowing in, and it's like pretty tangled. But I think of the kite similar to that Winds of Change card that I had on the other deck, where it's like it has to pick up on the wind in order for it to soar and glide and get to where it needs to go. And that all takes a little bit of coordination and the right, what's the word? Like the right
alignment, timing,
conditions. Conditions is the word I was thinking of. And then the bottom of the deck, could be a message or something coming in from somebody soon. Maybe you're going to get invited to a party. And that will be a networking social event. Maybe it's a meetup. Maybe it's how can we help each other grow? Maybe.
I'm getting some like references to, and this could be like that paranoid kind of energy of, you know, that Nine of Swords in reverse energy, like feeling very fearful or worried. I've got references to obsession, infatuation, adoration, or addiction even. This could be something that you just can't keep your mind off of, or it could be someone who has that for you. Because there's also the spying card. So someone is keeping an eye on you.
Or you're keeping an eye on each other. Because look at this. I got the mirrored image.
Oh my gosh, twin flame kind of stuff. So yeah, so either vice versa or both of you are doing this, like mutually obsessed. That's amazing. But I feel like for you, there may be some like history stuff with you where something like this has you feeling on edge because it shouldn't feel this good, or do I deserve it, or something bad's going to happen because I let my guard down, when really like what I'm getting is the 10 of Cups and commitment. Like it feels like to me somebody is serious about spending time with you, and you're a little bit like, the other shoe's going to drop and this end horribly. Like, but I feel like for you, it's this internal state of fear about what's possible and like in terms of devastation. So I don't know. It's going to be so curious to get the feedback on this one.
I got practice self-love, nurture your inner child. 10-10. So I don't know if these numbers are significant. 11-11, 10-10, 2-2. Remember your identity. You can do it. You can do it. Ooh, the bottom of the deck is the acknowledge card. So take responsibility, your own patterns, behaviors, where you need to address your growth so that we don't keep like doing the same patterns and cycles over and over again. Like, what can I do differently to, oh God,
I got the withdraw card, which like I was immediately thinking this was her pattern. Or this is the pattern. Like when things get really intimate or vulnerable, like the instinct is to like pull back and protect. And like I pulled this card as you were talking about the taking responsibility for our own patterns, and I had immediately thought this is her pattern. And especially because it showed up with the depth card. When things start to get deep, it gets scary. So there might be some resistance to going deep, right?
Don't be afraid to go deep.
Don't be afraid to go deep. Oh, goodness. I can't wait to hear the feedback on this reading.
You know,
oh, yeah. It's a fear of rejection. Like if I do this, if I submit to this, if I welcome this in, it's going to end horribly is what I hear. Like there's this fixation on like, okay, we can do this. This feels really good. But like, it's going to end badly. So that's like that paranoia that's replaying in the head. There's a fear of abandonment there.
Yep. I got, so the conflict, chemistry, and then the chasing. So do not chase.
And again, this could be your energy or it could be this person you're dealing with. I am feeling like this is your tendency, but if it is a mirrored situation between soulmates, like it could be either or.
Bottom of the deck was the open heart in reverse. So being closed off, shutting down, protecting, all of that brings confusion, you know? It brings a lot of like the uncertainty, scary sometimes.
I pulled the chasing card too. I went ahead and bought this deck because I was like having deck envy when you were using this. I did it. Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully that was good for her. Okay, we have 1, 2. We have 4 more.
Let's put NK up to the top. I got a text message from her.
Okay. NK.
And then NK, let me know if you're here too. If not, that's okay. Steady as you go, navigate with patience and resilience, trusting in your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns.
Did you get the timestamp for her?
Oh. Nope.
It was like 1:45. Yeah, steady as you go.
Protected, find solace in the safety of knowing you are sheltered and guided through life's tempests towards tranquil shores. So you got two things talking about you're steady and protected as you're being guided through life right now.
Yeah.
I just feel like being so gentle with her right now. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like my energy completely shifted as soon as we tapped into hers. Like I feel like being very like just it's just the fragility of her energy. Right. Oh, that's too many.
Let's see. We got the Fool in reverse. Harbor of Peace.
You got the Fool in reverse.
I got the Fool in reverse. And in this deck, this is, needing to let go of any kind of like naivety of a situation, right? Or not making any kind of rash or impulsive decisions. This is a time of like slowness and observance and patience right now. It's also analysis paralysis. Like you are probably thinking about a lot of things right now and it's preventing you from being able to execute anything. And that's okay. You don't need to do anything. You just need to be in this and not assume that you have any of the answers, right? Just be very open to what this experience is right now. Just open-hearted. I also got the 8 of Swords, which that is a card of being really stuck, feeling really stuck, needing to just open your eyes to what the truth is. Not that you're being, well, it's interesting because the Fool in reverse is about naivety. I don't feel like you're being naive, but I do feel like you must see it for what it is right now to embrace the moment. This is also letting go of old stories. Like this is your time to come to terms with a lot of things, and you still have the opportunity to talk that out, right? And I did pull the Justice card in the upright, which is a beautiful card of balance and karma and being taken care of by the universe. It's a card of natural law. Everything is in harmony. It's truth, it's wisdom, it's also fairness, integrity, any legal matters, right? Like all is working out in a balanced, fair way. Perspective too, right? Like this is giving you perspective. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. This is from the universe around stability, new beginnings, change, opportunity, prosperity. I look at this card and I hear just gratitude. Like, what is there that the universe is giving you that we can all be grateful for? Like in your particular situation as well. Like what do I get to be grateful for in this moment?
So I actually pulled up my phone, pulled the random image generator to ask for messages from your loved ones. And the first one I got is a hummingbird.
Oh.
It says Anna's hummingbird. And as I'm asking for more messages from your loved ones, the first two that came down says the gift of presence. And it says your presence. I can't see.
It's a hummingbird.
Sorry, I'm reading the lyrics.
2 hummingbirds.
Yep. 2 hummingbirds.
2 hummingbirds.
So that's 2 souls, 2 or more souls together, right?
Yep.
I have this gratitude because as you were pulling the gratitude card, I was pulling these 2. That's your presence is a gift that I treasure deeply. I accept you as you are with all your perfect imperfections. It's about loving and acceptance. And what I was thinking is just how much you being there for these people in your life and how you show up relentlessly, how you love people. There's a lot of gratitude that's coming through today.
Yeah.
Saying like, thank you for being here. Thank you for being by my side. Trust your intuition on all the signs that you're getting. Trust all the messages that come through. And I was asking for messages specifically from these other people that are lined up in front of me right now wanting to speak. And there's a lot of like, okay, all of this inner child stuff that's healing for you, for them. And I'm learning to trust myself. And continue to feed the bond between these people. Honor them how you can. Honor them however that's going to look like to you. Include them in, even if it's like sitting an extra spot out for dinner, or putting the birthday cupcake out anyways, or leaving the glass of wine out is what I'm actually hearing. Like it reminds me of like in the Jewish tradition, you leave like the glass of wine out for him to come drink, right?
Jesus drank wine?
And not for Jesus, honey. It was I'm just blanking. It was like one of the other prophets that you left things out overnight for them to, like an offering.
Okay. Like an offering.
And I'm blanking on the name though.
Okay. I pulled family and redemption, family card and redemption. Like you are so surrounded, like as Mio is tuning in, right? Everybody's here surrounding you. Hope, miracle, turning point, and then roots, bloodline, togetherness. Like everybody's working in conjunction to make this a beautiful transition, very peaceful, full of love, teamwork.
I don't know if those people in your family or Christian or you got Jesus energy coming through, which is very healing and very pure, unconditional love, right? I got a key with a heart and angel wings on it for you. So I love that the heart has angel wings.
Yeah. You got to be brave right now. Courage through all these emotions.
And this may or may not be significant, but lipstick. If someone on the other side was big into makeup and getting ready. Oh, hold on. Okay. Drop some.
Wish I had the mediumship deck, but it's all the way in the other room. Yeah, emotional storm. This is a big time right now. And you may even be feeling like, these transitions are a form of abandonment for you. So coming to terms with you're not alone as they leave, like they're still there, and their capacity to love just exponentially grows because they're not bound by these forms anymore. So it's okay to be a hot mess. Is what I just heard. Like, allow that. But
I'm gonna call her after this and see if she wants to come over.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this longing. Take advantage of all of what you have right now and have so much gratitude, which I know you already do, but like take advantage of what you have so that when it's time to let go, you're able to.
Anything else wants to come out of here? Releasing, letting go.
Oh, I just had that. Like I just had that card, releasing.
Distance. Yep. So same thing. Like don't hold on to what doesn't need to be held on. There's an apology coming through. And your family.
Yeah, I had that card too.
Oh.
A big love to you. Big love to you.
Big hugs, love. It's hard, man. There we go. 3 more. Okay. CN.
Okay. 157 or 158, I guess. 157, 5 or 3. I will have to get going soon. Okay.
Okay, CN. Whoop. One last move. You've come far on your journey. Keep going, and you will soon see what you have accomplished. Sky of clarity. Soar into the boundless sky of clarity where insights are as infinite as the azure expanses. So you got 2 things with like water and shore kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear my daughter celebrating that somebody went pee in the right place.
Yay!
We love a good potty training. And maybe that's for CN too. We celebrate whoever's potty training another. Okay.
Feel like there's some mental, like, okay. There might be some like mental overload happening. I got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And I've got the 2 of Swords, which is about decision making. Page of Pentacles in reverse is being like feeling like you're lacking progress moving forward or being non-committal to something. But it's also the opportunity to learn from mistakes. So perhaps you're rethinking a strategy. You could also be procrastinating moving forward because you're worried about the plans, not being able to bring them down and ground them to earth, of feeling like you can be successful. So there's a little bit of like stalled energy here with regard to solid foundations or prosperity or like career stuff or plans that you had. And that's got you kind of in your head. This Two of Swords is all about, see how she's like blindfolded and she doesn't know what she's doing. She's got these things coming at her. It's kind of stressing her out and overwhelming her. That is a lot of mental energy around not knowing what decisions to make or what's best for you. So this is the need to balance many aspects of your life. Especially like juggling. It's like especially like going through the thoughts that you're having, trying to figure out what is actually beneficial for you versus what is a worry that you're having. It's feeling like you're at a crossroads. It's basically like, I kind of think of this as like stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? So I have to make a choice. I don't know which choice to make, and choosing between like opposing forces, right? So wanting to know your best route of action, memory, or thought, but like not knowing with clarity what to choose. And then the Judgment card, which is about like resurrection. Her spirit is lifting up out of her. It's about things like right, like everything being made right. It's literally, it's redemption, right? So in the traditional tarot, this is a card of like people are raising from the grave. They're being called home out of their bodies to, you know, the eternal life. So this is self-actualization, self-realization, understanding it's your own awakening to who you are. So I feel like you're going through this period of like, first of all, you're coming out of rest as well. You've been resting and meditating and contemplating, and now you're coming out of that. And having this like awakening to who you are. So this should be interesting to see. Felicia is saying hello.
Awesome.
Hi,
Felicia, we'll do your reading next since you're here with us. So I got that again, that Sky of Clarity, right? And there's something, I got the Saving Grace card, and I'm trying to like, while you're reading, I'm like trying to figure out like how this even feels, because it was like forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. But I kept just seeing like feeling chained or feeling stuck or feling like this heavy burden of something, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I was like reading, like you're reading off that. I got also that the Jam card, which is like changing direction, starting something new. It says like in a jam, in a sticky situation. And so there might have been something that feels like, oh God, it's sticky and I have to get myself out of this, or, you know, I'm bound to this. But it's really like, you know what? A mess is a mess and you're going to clean it up. Like I was trying to tie in, why did my daughter talk about potty training and all this? And I'm thinking like a mess is a mess, and like, you know, messes are going to happen, right? But it's like, all right, let's clean this up. Let's start something new. I don't know if this is somebody already in your life or if this is either like a boss or coworker or friend, but this is like somebody who is like a good person and a good helper and someone that actually is loyal to you as a person, partner, friendship. That I get called to the stand-up dude and somebody that would like speak up and advocate and like, hey, don't do that. Or you know, speaking up just to kind of piggyback on something that you're bringing up in a meeting or in a conversation or something like that. Bottom of the deck, I got quick exit, undercover, quick exit, runner, leave. So I don't know if there is your exit strategy or something where you're like, I gotta get the hell out of here, man.
I feel like that's what this person is trying to make a decision about, right? Should I cut bait and go? That's what we say here in Wisconsin because everybody goes fishing. Cut bait and leave, like you leave your fishing spot. I feel like that's what's being determined is this is a hard decision because there's this investment, but also on the other side of this is like, I probably need to leave. And after a lot of rest and contemplation, meditation, there's this like awareness dawning, like awakening to self about what's actually necessary or in your best and highest good. So you're in a decision-making mode. Yeah. So whatever you're deciding, you're moving toward your destiny and eternity, right? Yeah. So
it's whatever it is, it's aligned.
Yep. It's responsibility. It's, it's feeling like if I don't break this off or if I don't break the cycle, this is going to go on forever. So you're trying to make a decision to move toward your destiny, but doing that with confidence and faith that you're making the best decision for you.
What are you resisting? Surrender and allow.
Mm-hmm.
It's aligned. What are you resisting? Surrender and allow. Okay. You have anything else?
Yeah. I mean, I pulled a card called Exploration. And it's got an astronaut in it, like your Space Ranger card.
Hey!
So this is the card of like pure creative energy, like what's possible for you. You need to be curious and ask, if I do X, what's possible? If I do Y, what's possible? So this is the universe asking you to be curious about what the potential is. And this is you creating your way forward, your destiny. So don't be afraid to be curious. Oh my gosh. And the bottom of the deck is run. Okay. So this can be run toward it or run away from it. Right. So you're going to have to take it how it resonates, but this is a card of chasing, escaping, or seeking. So what is it that you want? What is it that you need? What is preventing you from having that? Are you in something that you clearly need to be out of and need to run away? Are you seeing something on the horizon that you need to run toward? Like, be very honest with yourself, but also very curious. Okay. Because whatever it is that you're deciding upon, this is like a pivot point for you. This is part of your destiny.
There's a song that Ezra sings that it goes, "This is the ultimate showdown, the ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions," or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like
a big deal.
All right. We got
FR.
Yep. Let's say 207 or 208.
208.
All right, Miss Felicia. What do we got here today? Good stuff. And sorry if you popped on a lot earlier and we didn't know you were here. We can't see who's like watching.
Yeah, only if they leave us a comment.
All right, what do we got? What does F need to know? Oh, okay, shit. Okay. Then good timing.
Good, yeah, perfect.
Your timing is impeccable. Commit to the journey. Sorry.
It's okay. What did you pull?
I got commit to the journey. With determination, go all in for the long term. Your steadfast focus will bring lasting rewards. And then I got take great care, nurture yourself, prioritize well-being, and tread gently on your journey ahead. So you got two things about your journey 2 cards. The last card is Secrets Emerge. In the rhythm of cycles, the hidden is unveiled. Await the reveal with an open heart and mind. Bottom of the deck is the New Heights. I'll show you the imagery.
I got 2 4 cards, like 4 Pentacles and 4 of Swords. I feel like that's about solid foundations. It's about stability. 4 of Pentacles, that's definitely the energy of stability, right? And what did we talk about earlier? Like your job right now is to be kind of this anchor and this stabilizing force. Oh, interesting. I mean, I got the Moon, which is about secrets too. It's your intuition, but it's also about secrets being revealed, right? And so 4 Pentacles, this is feelings of gratitude, being in flow, accepting and honoring your worth. She is like holding this along her heart chakra. So she's really in tune with her heart. That's bringing her into flow. It's helping others in a time of need. And like we talked about earlier today, where this is your job right now, is to help everybody else with this big transition. And then of course the Moon. So this is secrets. It's illuminating what's in the dark. It's your intuition. It's really paying attention to dreaming and to those deep words of wisdom that come through, but also like holding space for new information being revealed. And then of course, like taking care of yourself. You're going to be taking care of other people, but taking care of yourself too. So this is in reverse. This 4 of Swords is about making sure you recognize when you are depleted and doing something about it, not when it's too late. Let's see what else comes up.
I pulled the Soul Mission cards. So I got your purpose is to make the world a more beautiful place through your creations. And it says create beauty, which isn't your username have Flourish Beauty in it or something on Instagram, maybe. Show others how to find peace and presence in the now. So you help people anchor in the present, which I realized that these brand new pillows I have behind me have little anchors all over them.
Nice.
I got trust your inner guidance. Your intuition is a gift to the world. With bottom of the deck, you connect the spiritual and physical realms. Your insight is profound.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Which I was just telling her, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm like her readings and her modalities that you use. I'm like, it's not like a reading I've ever had before. And I was just thinking of how when you like, I don't know the right term. I forget what the modality is, what it's called, with your pendulum and stuff. But she just like clears things like this.
Yeah.
There's no waiting. There's no like this lifelong, I'm healing from this. And it's like clear, control, out, delete, clear spirit, mop it up, do this, straighten all the roads. Like she's just so focused with her words. Spiritual response therapy, SRT. There we go. I know there's an ERT. So there we go. Sorry. My brain.
Oh,
but it's instant. It's like quantum healing because you're like, okay, it's done. It's done.
That's a secret. So secrets being revealed, but also treasures being revealed, understanding being revealed, codes being revealed. I also pulled the Generous card, which is giving with an open heart, which we also talked about earlier, offering without expectation, like embodying that unconditional love and compassion. And then solo, but what catches my eye is action leader. So you leading the way through this transition.
You got to keep getting all the secrets card. I got this gray card where it says more to be seen. Look deeper.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more information that comes up. I'm just I also feel like there's something that's going to break open with your own healing, like the modalities that you use, some more dots connected.
I got 2 cards with the word depression in it. I got the blue sadness and then that gray card. But what's interesting, I noticed all of these popped in as somebody popped in and saying hi. So I wonder if that has to do with Eric or the Eagles or anything like that. Any of this significant?
Game playing.
There's 2 cards about bouncing back. So 2 cards about depression, 2 cards about bouncing back. And then again, this is coming up in everybody's reading, a celebration, health and abundance, feeding your soul. So maybe.
I don't know. I think that there's going to be some news or some revelation that's pretty unexpected. It may shock you. And we also talked about this a little bit earlier. There could just be some things that are revealed where you're just like, oh my, I was not expecting that. Like surprise information. I also feel that there's going to be a fair amount of like ebb and flow with regard to how people are moving through this transition. Also, you have to guard against your own burnout because I feel like there's the potential for you to look around you and be like, oh, wow, people don't get it. There's a lot of shallowness. There's a lot of self-absorption. Or like I feel like you might go through a period where you feel pretty disenchanted about the humans around you. And it's just because they're going through grief or, yeah.
The distance, you were like, you and the humans around you. It's like, yeah, because they're human and forgetting.
Yep. So that might bum you out a bit. And you have to work really hard to like nourish yourself in this. There's going to be the potential for some cloudy judgment. So I think this is based on did you pull that too? I just feel like there's going to be some things that come out that's going to require decisions to be made or actions to be taken. And there could be the potential for not knowing what. Did you get the same card? What do you like? You're ready to.
I'm going to escape to the springs, and I pulled the escaping card. And then I pulled the secrets and mystery card with the family card.
I love how this works.
Yes.
There may be some decisions that have to be made, right? And you just want to make sure you're able to do that with a clear head. Yeah, I just feel like there's going to be some things that are like they're revealed without saying too much, right? And you're just going to have to be like, okay, what do we do in this situation? And you just want to make sure you're as clear-headed as possible about it. Clarity. Clear-headed as possible. Clarity comes out. Truth, intentions, honesty. So yes, let it all be revealed. Girl, I just feel like there's more that is going to be revealed. And you're going to weather it just fine, but you're going to be pretty disenchanted by the people around you because of their lack of capacity. And you are more grounded in this than a lot of people. And it may fall on you to have to like counsel or make some decisions outright. You just want to make sure that you are in a space where you're nourished and nurturing yourself so that you can do it clear-headed. Some of it might be like kind of shocking. Like someone may arrive and say, oh, hey, by the way, I have this and it's attached to Eric, right? We talked about that though.
Your I am statements for this month. I have I am breathing a new life. And as you were talking about staying grounded more than anyone throughout this process was the I am calm and collected.
Yeah. That she's like embodying that for sure.
I am starting fresh. Bottom of the deck. I am loved. Like, yeah, I feel like there's going to be more intuition coming online too. Let me pull some charms. We got a 4-leaf clover. So maybe luck or St. Patrick's Day significant.
Yeah.
Saturn, which is the Lord of karma and time, that comes and teaches us lessons and brings structure and stability. And a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Sorry, not good at this yet. Okay. All right. Thank you, FR. Thank you for letting us read for you. And lastly, we have SR.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you are so welcome.
You're welcome. Okay, we have 221 for SR.
All right, SR's our last one. This is our first time reading for SR, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so labyrinth of choices. So being faced with some decisions and options and freaking complexity of it. Thrive and believe, but I love that it's like sprout.
Yep.
This one was plan wisely again, so strategizing. So between labyrinth and planning wisely, like there's some strategizing happening.
Yeah.
Valley of Shadows. So these decisions might take you through some dark shit or some really hard terrain is what I'm hearing, where you're like, oh my God, it's hot, it's dark, I'm tired, I'm cold, I'm this, I'm that. And then what I'm just hearing in my head, like, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, right? It says fears are faced. So in the valley of the shadows, fears are faced and the courage is forged in dimly lit paths. And something I will say is, especially because the imagery of this is that the plants will find the light. They will suck up every last ounce of lightness that they can in order to photosynthesize and to grow and to process everything. And in your body and in your soul right now, treat yourself like a plant. If your body feels like it is droopy, sad, overwatered, underwatered, needs movement, needs more light, like you need to respond to that to put yourself in a position that you can try to get as much light into your life as possible. And I keep thinking about, and I don't know why plants are so significant with you for this purpose, but like I keep thinking of this one plant that I have, and I have a lot of plants in my bathroom, but I have this one that is supposed to be okay in low light situations, and that's the one that I have like stuck in the far back corner, and that's the one that's actually like doing pretty well and growing and starting to get new leaves, and it's the one that I'm like the least worried about right now. So I don't know if that's significant, but I just was thinking of like the valley of the shadows, like the pockets of darkness.
Well, she needs to absolutely be got the high priestess. She needs to absolutely be paying attention to her intuition, the psychic insights that are coming, any kind of serendipity, also sinking into meditation to ask for clarity. This is about some kind of spiritual lesson for you. So you're being asked to really look deeply at what all of this is and what it means. Right now, you're feeling a real lack of confidence in yourself. The Strength card in reverse is about feeling like you don't measure up or feeling like something has given you a blow to your confidence. It's also feeling really blocked to any forward movement because of fear and self-doubt. This is a reminder, though, that you have to use your intuition. You cannot be making decisions based on fear or the lizard part of your brain, right? This is also making sure you don't sink into any kind of like self-abandonment or self-destructive impulses or behaviors out of like the need to feel comfortable or out of fear. You want to turn that card upright and have all the courage. Also, so all major arcana, this is a pivotal point for you. I mean, all major, even the bottom of the deck is major arcana. The devil card, this is feeling that can be like soulmate energy, right? But it's also the kind of situation where you're learning. This is you facing some big stuff and learning a lot of lessons through the shadow. And this is any kind of feeling tied and bound, a grip of addiction. It can be like healthy versus unhealthy patterns in relationships. It's also healing that's found in darkness. So whatever you're going through, which I have a little bit of insight to what she's going through, what you need to do is you need to sink in and ask yourself, what is this teaching me about myself that I need to pay attention to? What is this showing me? Is this healthy? How is it healthy? How is it unhealthy? Like ask yourself all those questions, because this is about like the story you're creating for yourself and how you are continuing to accept that versus advocate for something different that is more aligned with what you want and need. Also, somebody has to tell the truth. Like someone needs to tell the truth. And on the bottom of the deck is the Empress, and she's in the upright. She's like fertile. She's nurturing. She's the embodiment of like success and prosperity. And she's pregnant in this deck with the world, right? So this is ultimate mama energy. This is you standing in your divinity and your divine feminine. This is the energy you need to tap into right now.
So all right. The set I got. So first of all, there was something that happened over on my phone regarding something that someone didn't see that was right in front of their face. Okay. So I'm going to put that out there that you're like, I could literally spell this out for you. I could do all the work for you and you will still fucking miss the point. Sorry for my language if you're not a cursor. But that is what the feeling is that came through, where I'm like, it's literally right there. How can you not see it? Then I'm looking at the stuff on the cards and I got exhaustion, sorrow, withdrawn, conflict, thinking, and the bottom of the deck is the apology card. So it's about depletion, grief, depression, like solitary loneliness, differences. Like there's all of these things that feel like really super heavy. And I know you have to get going soon too. So.
I do, yeah.
But that's, yeah. And then the caution card is like self-protection, right? Using caution. And then this card is about your worth. And it's about hard work, but it's also profitable business and saying not working for pennies, but this can go towards any
thing,
being valued.
I don't want breadcrumbs. Yep. Okay, interesting. So I pulled the distance card. So there's like this separation and could be physical, but this feels like it's emotional distance and feeling blocked somehow. Also, the spying card. So this could be someone else involved in the situation, keeping an eye on you. It feels like, to me, this is you being hyper vigilant about what's going on in your surrounding and like trying to keep tabs on what's going on, wanting more information, but not wanting to ask directly. So you're trying to look for all the clues.
Yeah.
Because also this person is not telling you everything. Like there's silence there. It's not necessarily like stonewalling. I think this person doesn't know how to explain themselves, but you are in this place of needing information and understanding. You're going to have to decide what is enough, right? And please know that like actions come full circle and the energy rebalances. So you don't have to be the one to make sure that happens. You just have to decide
You got the boundaries card?
Yeah, you have to decide what is enough and in like what you'll put up with and what isn't, like when no, you won't put up with it. Yeah. So that's happening.
I got take responsibility or acknowledgement of taking responsibility, but also when you pull the boundaries card. So then that's extra. I'm going to pull some charms.
I do have this, like, there is, people make mistakes as long as it can be communicated about and understood from both sides with compassion and true understanding. Like there's the second chance opportunity for reconciliation or making amends or deepening the connection, but it's going to require time. Okay. So it will be up to you by setting these boundaries, and you have to ask the deep questions of like, why did this happen? Not, yes, it's awful that it did happen, but you have to ask why, like what's at the root of it so that it can be addressed and fixed. Yeah. Cause there's a lot of brokenness there. Oh, but it's like, again, second chances, right? So you guys are going to do whatever you can to figure out how to get to the bottom of it, but it's going to take some time.
And lastly, your little charms. I got follow your heart or follow heart your. This one, I see like the circle. It's the circle of trust, Greg. Music might be important. Songs, lyrics, something, signs coming up related, unless someone is a musician. The feather.
The feather again. The mustache.
The mustache. And then your star, your healing.
Hope, healing.
Hope, star card. So, all right, everybody. That is our 7/7 July mini readings. And thank you so much for our new members of the collective and those who ordered a reading. Our next one will be August 7th. And then if you did not catch it in time for this month and you just want to order a reading, I will plug the link in the description box. But visit soulsandstardustpodcast.com. Check out the blog. Check out the instant access readings. Some of them, they're just like $5, or you can have lifetime access to them. All kinds of stuff that you have available for you to learn, to grow, to get your red on, to get red to filth, whatever you want. So we love you. And this was almost a 3-hour reading. So
2.5 hours. Woo!
So we love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of our lives.
Yes, we love it.
Okay, you get off to your office.
Gotta go. Love you guys.
Do your healing work.
Bye.
Bye.